Hey everyone, I'm Ian, and today we are playing Sonic GT Fangame, or Sonic Fangame TG. Actually, just Sonic GT, as far as I know, stands for Grand Tour. I think the Fangame's just there, so you know it's not official. But yeah, this is a super good 3D Sonic Fangame that, well, this demo's from Sage, and I just felt like playing it, and I figure if I'm going to play it, I may as well record it for you guys. This is probably my favorite 3D Sonic Fangame, so let me explain why. Look at how fast this boy goes. He's not going that fast, but this is probably the only fan game I've played that understands, well, Sonic Utopia gets it too, but that's only one level. But this game really understands how if you have a Sonic that carries crazy momentum, his level design needs to accommodate that momentum and make it so that if you fly far, you'll land on something and not just die. I know that sounds super a given, but no, like I'd say the majority of fan games don't understand that at all. This one absolutely does, though. This has some of the best level design I've ever seen for a fan game of this type, and it looks really barren on the surface, but when you're actually playing it, everything flows beautifully in every stage. This is take 2 because the first attempt at recording this, I forgot to hit record on the audio because I'm an idiot apparently. But homing attack, please. Can I just never not struggle with the homing attack in a Sonic game while I'm recording, please? Yeah, this game never feels like it's just launching you places where you can't land. And that is absolutely an issue that so many different Sonic fan projects have. And it helps that Sonic's movement is just so much fun. That's the bumper engine for you. Even though I don't think it's the best controlling 3D Sonic fan game overall, it is the one that, yeah, it matches its level design with its gameplay beautifully. If we ever got a 3D Sonic fan game, if we ever got a 3D Sonic game from Sega that was akin to this in any regard, I'd probably be pretty happy about it, honestly. Like, obviously this is lacking some polish because it's a fan project, but, I mean, that level is a blast, even if it's about as long as the Sonic Forces stage when you're good at it. But, yeah, this game did take a while to click with me, especially after the first demo was released, which contained Hilltop Zone. We'll get to that. I hate the fact my mouse is going to show up on screen every time it goes back to this menu. But there's also an alternate character. You can play a Shadow. So we're going to play a Shadow in this level because it's Radical Highway from Sonic Adventure 2. This is literally Shadow's, like, famous stage. Other than maybe, like, what, Westopolis or something, but I don't want to think about that game. Shadow plays identically to Sonic. Look at that drop dash. That's so cool. But yeah, the momentum in this game is completely bonkers. And this level, despite being a returning stage from Sonic Adventure 2, it's not a straight port. It is altered to fit this style of gameplay, as you can kind of see, which is something that so many Sonic fan games don't do. Ports of other stages are like the #1 thing you'll see, which isn't a bad thing. You know, playing through Crisis City and Infinity Engine is cute, but it's also garbage. However, playing this feels natural because the level design is changed to accommodate a different playstyle. One that is radically different than Sonic Adventure 2, pun not intended. If I had to describe this gameplay, it's somewhere between the Boost games and the adventure games. The obvious comparison people make is the classic games because it has momentum, but I think people just like to forget that so did the adventure games. They had an excellent sense of flow to their movement, which is part of what made this game so much fun. And it's why this game's so much fun. The sense of flow. Again, I'm normally not that interested in games, in Sonic games, and their sense of flow. If it's present, it's huge to me. But, you know, I wouldn't say Sonic Lost World flows well, particularly at all, with its controls. But I still like the game a lot. In this case, though, the flow is what makes it work. Everything just feels so fluid. I don't know any other way to phrase that. It just feels natural to move around. Really makes you feel like Sonic. IGN, 10 out of 10. I believe they said this is the final demo of it. At least the file is literally called Final Demo. They could just mean Final Sage Demo. I don't know. But yeah, this is probably the best 3D Sonic fan game that I've played. At least it's my favorite one. Because you can make an argument that, you know, oh yes, Sonic Project here is better. It's also just a test stage. I'm not judging it based on a test stage. This stage really made the rounds because it was the first demo, was just this level, and people went nuts for it, and I guess justifiably so, since it pretty much is perfectly laid out for how Sonic controls, which is what everyone said. Because yeah, this was the first time I had seen a Sonic fan game with a kind of unique control style really make a level that fit with it. That was something else at the time, and it remains really impressive. This is definitely the best level of the game, at least that we have so far. I love the fact that there's so many alternate paths. It's very Sonic Utopia in that regard. It's not quite as open as that game, which I was originally going to do today's video on Utopia, but OBS refused to work with it. I just couldn't get them to cooperate, so I'm going to be trying to do that next week, and in the meantime, covering this shit. I'm still mixed on, like, Sonic fan games refusing to have automation. I really don't understand this, like, devotion to completely 100% control Sonic. Like, it doesn't really work for loops. I'm sorry. It's just not a good thing. This stage actually has multiple missions we can do. Find all the red rings, that sounds boring. Race Tails to the Emerald, yeah, that actually I'll do. Let's see if I can beat Tails. I've done it before. But let's go. Rolling downhill gets you this super cool effect that makes me think a lot of the Sonic movie. Like, it just looks a lot like it to me. Maybe I'm insane, but just, I think it's the color, you know? Oh, Tails is gonna catch up. No, no, no. I suck. I still think people sort of overblow how important momentum is in the classic games. Like, yeah, it's a thing, but I'm sorry, I beat those games as a kid with no understanding that rolling down hills made you go that much faster, you know what I mean? I was aware of it, but I didn't act on it unless it was a necessity, like at some points in Sonic 1 with, like, Spring Yard Zone. Do I dare try the rematch? Sure, why not? Let's see. I doubt I can do it. God, Tails is blasting off. Well, so am I. Until I'm... Okay. Maybe I should... The reason SA1 is still my favorite 3D Sonic game is almost entirely because that game's sense of flow is incredible, but also not required. I like the fact that if you really cannot get the hang of Sonic's momentum in that game, it's not going to prevent you from beating it. In this case, yeah, no, it will. But also, it's a fan game, and I am much more tolerant of that in something that, really, let's be real, only an enthusiast for this franchise with an understanding of what they're going for is going to be playing anyway. So, it's a lot more forgivable in this case. God, Tails is so much better than me. Why? No, he's got it. He's got it on lock. Should I try again? Can I do it? We'll come back to it. I like the name of the stage, Eggshell Lair. It's cool. It's just sort of a SA2 style pyramid base. And by SA2 style, I mean all the textures are from Sonic Adventure 2. So, you know. But it's good, because I like pyramid base in Sonic Adventure 2. I always thought it was a cool aesthetic. Oh, I assumed this quicksand would kill you, but it's not quicksand, I guess, because we didn't sink. I still say the drop dash is one of the greatest things to ever be implemented in the Sonic series, and it should have been a thing all along, as we know now. But, you know, they were like, nah, let's give him the Insta-Shield in Sonic 3 instead. And you know what? That's probably the right choice for that game's design. But still, loves me a drop dash. Lightspeed dash feels so good. Dedicated button, it's on the Y button, unlike in a lot of real Sonic games where it's on, like, the same button as all of your other moves, because, seriously, the Dreamcast had, like, a bajillion buttons on its controller. Why on earth is everything on the X button? It's so stupid, and that carried over to the GameCube ports of the adventure games, and then into Sonic 06 for some reason, and, like, why? All those controllers have, like, oh, wow, we're super dead. All those controllers have so many buttons, and they're like, nah. Seriously, doesn't that After Image look like in the Sonic movie when he's got the lightning and, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, I can't with that guy or whatever. You know, I like the Sonic movie trailer. I thought it was pretty good. I'm very, very iffy on if the movie itself will live up to that trailer. But, you know, that's okay. I don't really mind either way, to be honest. Okay, that was stupid. Aw, man. Thank God for the homing attack reticle, though. Seriously, I really don't get why people... I've seen people, like, mod generations to get rid of that, and I'm like, why would you ever not want that? I love knowing exactly which enemy I'm attacking. I think that's a great, great addition. It is the only thing of value that Secret Rings ever contributed to this franchise. Is there any real benefit to taking the rail over just running on the path? I don't think there is, but whatever. It doesn't really matter, I guess. Checkpoint, I assume that was going to be like the end of the level. I don't remember this level. There's the goal ring. I wonder why they had a checkpoint there. It's not super necessary, right? Like, it was like 2 feet away. Whatever. Let's try that Tails rematch again. I just want to see if I can do it. We'll do it as Shadow. Maybe being Edgy the Hedgy will... Maria? What? She's dead, Shadow. Give it up. I gotta say, seeing Shadow run through Hilltop Zone feels real weird. It doesn't bother me with Green Hill Zone for some reason, like in Forces. Like, that never struck me as being particularly odd, but yeah, somehow whenever it's Hilltop Zone from Sonic 2, it's a whole lot stranger. I have no idea why that is.
Not even worth my time.
Really? Because it looks like he screwed up real bad, Shadow. I think I'm doing substantially worse this time than I did whenever I just did the first race, where Tails was way easier. Because he is just absolutely destroying me, like, to a hilarious extent. Oh my goodness. Maybe I can do it better as Sonic. Let's see. I'm not ending the video until I beat Tails, damn it. See, just because I think this game's fun does not mean I'm good at it. That speed booster just straight up doesn't work right, wow.
Maybe I was off my game.
I prefer the things he says in Sonic Adventure, like, hey, hey, hey! Or, see you later, Tails! You know, he says some stupid shit. Way to go, Tails! Like, why were they even racing in Sonic Adventure? What was the deal with that? Shouldn't they have been, like, cooperating? But they were only racing from Tails' perspective, so, like, maybe I'm just, you know, they weren't really racing and Tails just hates himself and has to perceive everything as a competition because of his horrible inferiority complex for Sonic. I might be able to clutch this. Oh, nope, no. Well, that didn't help. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be a goddamn Sonic GT Pro when this is all said and done, though. Well, maybe I spoke too soon. I think this might be the run where we beat him? Maybe? I'm kind of... Nah, I doubt it, honestly. I'm so bad at this. I don't know why. I remember I said I started to understand, and I do understand how to play this, but that doesn't mean I'm ever gonna be good at it. Wait, oh my god, is this the one? Can I finally end the video? No. Sonic, no, please, no. Oh. Okay, just running. I'm not stopping for anything. I'm pretty sure I'm faster than Tails, so that helps, unless I screw up completely, which I will at some point. Yep, like that. I might still be able to clutch this. Please, let me be able to clutch this. Where am I? There's nothing down here for me to do. Oh my god, no. Maybe? Does Tails have collision? That'd be really cool if he did. I kind of don't want to find out, because if I find out, it's probably because I'm getting slowed down by hitting him. But that'd be really cool if he did, right? Like, I don't know. It'd be kind of gratuitous, though, and it would be a bad thing in theory, because, like, then if you're going flying to try and blaze past him or whatever, you would risk taking damage. So from a design standpoint, it's probably a bad thing if he does. But man, it would be cool. Just, okay, come on. Yeah, finally. That took forever. It took me about 15 minutes to do that. It took me about 15 minutes to get all the other footage for this video. So, you know, that's impressive. But yeah, that was Sonic GT. This is probably still, despite my frustrations during this video, my favorite 3D Sonic fan game. It's so much fun to screw around with. Look what you can do with it. And more importantly, not only do you have the potential to do those things, but the level design actually encourages it and makes sense with it. It's such an uncommon thing for a fan game to be this well designed around its mechanics. So I'm very happy to see it. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe, check out the game following the link in the description below. I'll have to find a link because I normally download these games for the video, but this one I had downloaded, so I don't know. Hey, he's a ghost now. Till next time, guys, I'm LyingTuna signing off. See you later. Bye.